Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you've tuned into another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, this time with a soundtrack that I generated within seconds for free, and it's royalty-free. I'm going to talk about how you can do the same thing for your video, for your podcasts, for whatever. It's a new service that I discovered the other day. It just launched this music. I made it, and it's royalty-free. I love it. TLDR usually comes in 3 parts. The first part is free, where I answer a question from the community. The second part is just for the patrons, by way of ChrisPirillo.com. And then the third part is also for patrons. So if you want tons of tech talk, tons of tech solutions, even more me, which I realize not many people want, head over to ChrisPirillo.com for more information on how to become a patron. So I'll go into the AMA, the tech questions and answers, and the tech news views after I get done telling you about go.tagjag.com/Jukedeck. It's where you can generate music like that. I'm playing it right now. This music that I generated for free, and it's royalty free. The reason why I send you through the short link is because I can generate and get the rights for music if I make referrals. Though it's free for everybody to use. Yes, Liz, I know. You don't have to text me in the middle of me doing my presentation. I'm going to continue doing my presentation if you don't mind. Now talking to a message. Liz is in the chat room, by the way. That chat room is at live.pirillo.com. You can join it any time, although it's usually just for the subscribers. So Jukedeck is the name of the service. You could, of course, go to jukedeck.com, but if you want to sign up for the service, if you go through my referral link, then I get to generate and download one more track. You can basically go here and add create track, or I guess that's what you do. You create a track, and then I'm way off. I need another sip of coffee. Hang on. I'm out of coffee. My first cup of coffee is out. My battery has been depleted. So head over there. Press create track. You can try doing 3 mixes before signing up so you can see what it's all about. Let's see here. So I can choose a genre: folk, rock, electronic, or ambient. Ambient? Ambient. Does anybody in the globe pronounce it like ambient? Maybe not. And then choose a mood: uplifting, melancholy. That's specifically with folk or rock. Uplifting, dark, or angry. Electronic is uplifting, corporate, chilled, or aggressive. You choose your length. So, for example, I generated these tracks earlier. I'm pressing play. I gotta wait for it to kind of get going. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? All right. Let's move on to this one. You gotta, think about what kind of track you want to generate and why. You gotta have music, but you have to have that mood of the music match the mood of whatever you want. Like this, I don't know if I'd ever really use for anything. And right now, if I do, like, say, folk, uplifting, make it Christmassy, what it'll do is create a track that it will have, like, sleigh bells or something like that. Eric says, I've once got corrected on my pronunciation. I missed it. It scrolled off. Hang on. It's generating the other track right now, the one that I just tried to create with the Christmassy feel to it. Let's see how this works. But the thing is, once you sign up for free, you can try a variety of styles until you find one that you like. And then as long as it's not for business use, I believe, or limited use for the music, you can download that track. And then if you want, you could even buy the rights to the track indefinitely. You've actually created music that is yours forever. But this is royalty-free music. Here we go. Those Christmas bells are a little almost creepy. We're having a creepy Christmas with this. There's not much to tweak, though, quite honestly. The style that I liked yesterday, I was trying to find something that would match a segment in the blog where Jedi was sleeping in Diana's arms. And I finally stumbled upon something that I thought was workable. It was like a guitar. See, look, this is nice. If I was driving and let's say we're looking at Christmas trees or something, this might be playing in the background. There have been so many times that I've wanted to put music in my videos, but the problem is, if I'm not licensed to play that music back, I could get in trouble. And I could get that video yanked. Sorry, I was just moving my Captain Phasma pop vinyl off. This is, by the way, from go.tagjag.com/TFAW. You can use the coupon code that I'll be sure to link for you in the description of this video. That has nothing to do with music. It's just I'm moving these things out of the way so that I can do something else. And no, that's not telling you about the giveaway that we're doing for the Entertainment Earth Star Wars 6-inch figure set. I've got to do that video at some point in the insanely near future. The reason why I'm doing this is so that I can do this and press play here to make sure that these patrons get credit. See, it's nice to have music playing while I'm doing something else on the screen. It kind of keeps things flowing, but you got to make sure you have the right mood. So, you know, for years I've done video, and most of those videos do not have music in them. If only because, well, YouTube will basically flag your video if you say, yeah, I own the rights to everything in this video, but you don't. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. So with this service, effectively, and it's not, I will tell you, it's not perfect, but in terms of an option, it is better than nothing. And it's something that I've wanted for quite some time. I've been able to connect with the CEO of the company. They've just launched this. It's a startup out of London, I believe. And I've got a few feature requests, certainly, because there are times that I'll generate a track that's got the right feel, but then an instrument comes in that I don't want. And I wish I could just remove that instrument and regenerate the track. Or if I could take the style from a certain segment of the song that I've generated and make that. Because, I mean, it's kind of like a completely random way of creating something that otherwise you couldn't create if you're not someone who does music. I would appreciate more themes, of course. Who would argue against that? I would love to see chiptunes become a part of this. The electronic generator is okay. It's not generally an issue to just hit regenerate, but the problem is that you generate sometimes so much and you can't remove them quick enough if you're looking for a certain style and you just can't, your ear's not picking it up. And then it's also very important that once you generate the music or find the music that you could use, you would be able to, lay it out as a bed underneath a video, whether you're doing it. I doubt you're going to be playing the music when you're doing it live, if you're producing live like I'm doing it right now. But you got to make sure that the mood matches, right? You know, the music means so much. Like without music, the video or even the audio can change dramatically. I mean, music is it's absolutely key. So I know that I could do better video or have produced better podcasts in the past if I had this type of music, but knowing that it's very difficult sometimes to get licensing, that's the challenge, and trying to find the one that matches the mood, an even bigger challenge. And then to me, I've used like music, royalty-free music in the past, but the thing is, everybody else has access to that music as well, which means I've made the same music or taken the same music that somebody else has played. So it may get familiar, it may get overplayed. I mean, a lot of people who use iMovie, let's say, to generate video, they're using the same music that thousands, if not millions, of other people are using. And there's something to be said about something that is incredibly unique, something that is so easy to use, something that is, generally speaking, free, minus the want, need, or desire to, actually buy the track and actually own the license for that track. I don't know if I'd ever go that far with it, but like I said, there are certain times that you need music and you're not a musician, you don't know, where to find music. Don't use licensed music. If you are not licensed to play the music, don't use it. And I'm very careful about doing that because I don't want to get in trouble, A, and B, it's just not something that you should do. As much as we might enjoy tracks from our favorite artists, that does not necessarily mean that we have just because we like something doesn't mean we have the right to actually use it. And especially when it comes with music licensing, royalty-free music it's good to use. So let me play this one. This is another one that I really, really liked, but I don't know where I'm going to use it. I'm going to keep it in my account because this is something that I liked a lot. As soon as it loads. I just like the flow. It's very 80s vibey. I like that one. Come on, this is unique. This song didn't exist until I generated it. And now I'm using it in my video. Another one that I really liked was this one. This is the one that this is the one I'm thinking about actually buying, spending hundreds of dollars on this song. It's driving, it's autumny. I feel it. You know, I can see in my head that the music is just creating this image in my head. It's crazy. Jukedeck. I'll be sure to put the link for you in the description. But again, you can go to jukedeck.com and try it. But if you go through my link and you sign up, I get to basically generate, because you can try different, I guess, recipes, unlimited recipes, but when you actually generate the track to use, that's when you basically spend one of your credits, and you get 5 credits a month. So if you're going to sign up, you know, just go through my referral link. I don't make any money with this. See, I just feel like I could use that somewhere in the blog. Is this the other one? Yeah, that's the one I started with, isn't it? There were a few in the beginning that I really, really wanted. But I have to find the, this is, this to me sounds like a professionally recorded track. We're going on an adventure. So now, when I've got, and I'm even thinking about going back and re-editing and exporting some travel vlogs, putting this bed underneath it. Because if you've ever seen one of the vlogs that I've done where I'm traveling, it's usually like, you know, I take a video out the window of the airplane, and it's a lot of scenery, but nothing's moving it along apart from what you see, and I usually just keep the best clips. So it would be nice to have this type of music underneath me, my recordings of me flying, basically. Not, you know, flying like Superman, but flying in an airplane. I think it's amazing. See, even Ashton Schwinn, and I don't know if Ashton's back here, the Never-Ending Story, yes, it is. This is me. I'm the never... Oh, does it sound like the Never-Ending Story? Apparently, some people are even responding to me doing this live right now, saying they can't wait to try this in their next video. It's easy, it's fun, it's free. This is not a commercial, they're not a sponsor at all. But I just find this type of service something to be worth sharing. And, it's cool. You set the length of time that you need, you press a button, you're off to the races. So as a daily video producer, I don't know if I'd be able to keep up with these options right now, but as I said, I've got a word into the CEO of the company. See this music? Not really the flow that I keep for TLDR. This is not, it doesn't match the style of live. I've got to find a good live TLDR track. I'm going to try to do that. You can create tracks up to 5 minutes in length, by the way, so you've got some options there. Thank you for continuing to ask questions. Thank you for helping surface amazing services if you ever find them. This just came to me by way of Twitter. It was just a random tweet that someone else had shared, and I look at everything. I love seeing this kind of stuff. Software is amazing. So hardware doesn't interest me as much as this stuff does. Royalty-free music. Bam! Just like that. And there are a few others in here that I didn't like, but I kept. So I might as well just keep playing them. Look, I've generated a few tracks. Just a few. I'm not going to be keeping half of them, but they're fun to play. What about that one? This is Electronic Chilled. I don't know if it's Christmassy yet. Jockspy says, that one reminds me of Everybody's Golf on the PSP. This is a very... Again, it's Christmassy, but it's like the bells, the scale just seems really creepy. Melancholy, really. You know, like, you'd expect to hear this almost in Doctor Who's Christmas special, maybe. Like, they're doing something and they're traveling somewhere in the TARDIS. I'm sorry, I've got Doctor Who on the brain. What can I say? Got the set that I've yet to put together. I want to do that live. As soon as I generate music for it, then I'll do it. And of course, this one. I've got all sorts of toys on my desk. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I am going to move on to the tech, deeper tech portion of AMA during TLDR right now, just for my patrons. You can become a patron at chrispirillo.com. You would have found out about this yesterday, as a matter of fact, because I talked about it then. And then after the AMA, I'm going to be talking about today's tech news, so you can stay tuned for... Boy, that's just... Hang on, this is really creeping me out, man. I need something more upbeat at this stage, so I'm going to try a different track. I'm not sure about those strings. Are those strings? Are those... I see, I'd like the bed underneath. Is that a ukulele underneath? I like that part. That'll play me out. Hey, this is all royalty-free. What can I say? If you don't like this music, make your own. I'm moving on to answering tech questions, then talking about the tech news. If you want that part of TLDR, you can become a patron. Head over to chrispirillo.com for more information. If you want to join the chat, you can 24/7 at live.pirillo.com. Today's free podcast highlight was brought to you by all of my active patrons from chrispirillo.com. If you want access to the full TLDR episodes, both audio, video, past, present, and future, which can be up to an hour long or longer, with even more tech insight from me every weekday, plus other bonus content without ads, and support me at the same time, you can sign up to become one of my supernomies too. This is just a brief taste of what I'm producing for you daily. Again, get more through chrispirillo.com.